the business problems we are able to solve using the ecosystem is complex as well as much more end-to-end. Hi, I'm Kanishka. I lead the hyper-automation professional services within Ingram Micro. Ingram Micro is a global IT distributor, one of the largest, and my team is there to go ahead and work on automation projects for internal as well as provide it as a service to our partners and resellers. If we look at Ingram's automation journey, it has been almost 4 years for us when we started. We started with the UiPath around beginning of 2019. You can cut it into 3 major phases. The first phase was setting up with our global IT organizations how automation would work, leading to what we call the base automation, simple stuff for the first year, and progressing it to more decision-oriented automation, where I would say in the last 2 years, we have started using the ecosystem of UiPath, extraction, AI bots. That ecosystem has elevated what we are trying to achieve. So in the 4 years, it is more than 400 automation in place, but they are very diverse now. The business problems we are able to solve using the ecosystem is complex as well as much more end-to-end. So if you look at Ingram as a business, we look it into 2 major verticals in Ingram. What we call go-to-market, which is all our business processes, versus finance. So it's a very classic bifurcation. As most organizations, we started in finance and getting deeper into what finance automation, digitization can happen, but we pivoted it more into the business side. So we look into anything which can bring automation and sales order automation, data entry. Being a huge organization, which is an intermediary, we have a lot of dependency on our vendor systems, partner systems, and UiPath has helped us solve those problems. So now our book of work is more on the business side than it used to be on the finance and the F&A side of our organization. For us, the success metric is about bringing them 3 major aspects. Number of automated hours, what is the total ROI which has been delivered through the program, and what is the key problems which has been solved for the business. For example, non-standard codes is a very critical aspect of distribution. How that has been solved once, and you can repeat it. So that is the most interesting part for our executive to understand how automation is going on the ground and making the user experience, the internal Ingram staff user experience better. And we try to highlight these stories so it makes much more sense from a business person to understand how it's just not about a metric, it's about bringing the value. Building a team for us was a very interesting journey. As a lot of people, we started with a very small team, 5-6 developers. The interesting idea we took is to scale the team. We sourced a lot of people who understand business and train them to become automation experts and developers. So they brought the business knowledge. So that's the first base of the team we created. We went through an exponential growth, so we hired and created a mix. We run it as a hub and spoke model. So we have a core strength of developers and consultants, but at the same time, we work very closely with our business SMEs. We grew from being a 5 to 10 member team in 2019 to 100 plus today. We take a lot of pride in that, but at the same time, it is diversifying the model and refining it has been the key. How do you get citizen developers? What are their roles? What the COE is going to do? That is the dynamic we are slowly expanding. So I always say there is a nucleus of center of excellence, and how you are going to layer the peripherals and still keep it connected and governed is the key for an organization as large as ours. So as some of you know, Ingram being a user, 2 years back, we also started providing this as a practice service, as a professional service through our partners. That is the future we are looking at. If you see, the core value of Ingram has been how we help our partners to build, both on the product partners and the resellers, build the ecosystem. With the UiPath expertise we have, we are helping our partners to go to the customer and provide it as a service. We are becoming their capability partner, their practice partner, and taking the solutions. Because UiPath, I believe, what ties it great to our future is the core that we all are trying to solve a problem. We are trying to bring a solution rather than just talking about a software. That's the future for the product, and we want to bring that future through services to our partners. The partnership side of the equation, which I get to be part of, is on the services, and it has been a very interesting journey, because being a customer, we have seen the value of the partnership, value of learning from UiPath. As we go to become a partner and becoming the professional service arm, that ecosystem is very helpful. It's a constant learning process. What I like about is there is a constant share of knowledge and the openness to work together. That makes a lot of difference when you're trying to build something which is solution-oriented, service-oriented. In a summary, the journey up till now has been great. For me as a customer, as a partner, for me as a partner for professional services, both the side. And what I'm looking forward to is having that much more cohesive and collaborative to bring it to the market. So I would say two things which were a very good highlight in the partner presentation from UiPath was highlighting how Ingram is important to them, and also from that front stage advising people that Ingram is a service partner as well. That helps the communication. As I said, that was the key highlight for me, and that leads to the future of much more collaborative, going as one UiPath and Ingram from a services standpoint. That's the future we all are looking for.